Hi, today I'd like to talk about how to make yourself a better writer by digging deeper. And this comes from uh, an elementary school teacher's blog, Mrs. Heiner's Headlines, blogspot.com. You can see it at this address. And she wrote this poster to remind her students that if they dig deeper, they'll become better writers and their work will be more interesting. So digging deeper can make you a better writer or a better storyteller. How? You can dig deeper by writing more information or details in your sentences. You can see here that the first time the student wrote this sentence, it was very short, and then she put more information, and then she looked at it again, and she rewrote it for the third time, and she put a lot of information on it the third time. So why dig deeper? If you dig deeper, your audience can learn more about your topic. And you can also make your story more interesting to the people who read it. So before we think about um, digging deeper or making compositions or essays, the first thing to think is, what do you want to say? Now, in this student's case, the writer wanted to tell us about her dog and how much fun her dog is. She writes some good short sentences to begin with that shows her idea. I like my dog. She's fun. That's the main idea of the essay, and we're going to stick with that as we dig deeper every time. So the two ideas are dog and fun. You can tell what can the writer tell us that will give us a better idea about her story or make it more interesting? Let's dig a little deeper by telling the reader more about her dog or why she is fun. We can do this by giving more information. We can do it by creating a picture of the dog or of the fun in the reader's mind. We can give an reason or example of why the dog is fun. Let's start by giving the reader more information about the girl's dog. I like my dog, Brit. Oh, okay, now we know the dog's name, Brit. That's a strange kind of name. I wonder where she got it from. So just by hearing the name, I'm already a little bit more interested in the topic, and it sounds more interesting. I like my dog, Brit. She's fun. Now let's think about why Brit is fun. What can the reader tell us about Brit that gives us a better idea that Brit is fun? There are so many ways to give the reader a stronger idea of fun. One way is to create a picture in the reader's mind by giving an example. I like my dog Brit. She is so silly when she chases her tail. So silly when she chases her tail gives me a picture of Brit turning around and around, trying to catch her tail in her mouth. Now can you notice that we didn't have to keep the word fun to give the idea of fun. Fun, the word, is gone, but the idea of fun has gotten stronger, even though we didn't use the word. So this idea of you don't have to keep every word you write. Think about the word, think about a better way of saying things, or a more interesting way of saying things. And if you want, you can change the word. You can throw it away and use something else instead. Now, there's no right or wrong to this. This is your message. It's your story. If you want to make it more interesting, just add more details or add more information or add a picture. Okay, we started off very simple. We dug a little deeper by giving us Brit's name, when the writer gave us Brit's name and said she's so silly when she chases her tail, let's go even a little bit deeper with more information. So how can we give deeper and give the reader an even more interesting idea of the two main ideas here, dog and fun? Let's start with dog again. Go back to dog. What can we tell the reader to create a better image of Brit the dog? To make Brit the dog clearer in our mind or make her more interesting? One way of making a better picture of Brit in the reader's mind is to use adjectives. In Japanese, we say keiyoshi. Adjectives tell us information about the noun, and in this case, they'll tell us more information about the dog Brit. I like my brown and black dog Brit. Now, brown and black alone are not really a lot of fun or tremendously interesting, but by using these easy, simple words, we can make the idea, the image of the dog Brit clearer in our readers' minds. Anything that helps make an essay clearer or more interesting is usually pretty good. We should go for it. There are so many small adjectives you can use, like small, noisy, active, crazy, smelly, pretty. Then there's so many. Instead of I like my brown and black dog Brit, we could say I like my noisy, small dog Brit. I like my crazy, smelly dog Brit. Anything is okay. The choice of the word is up to you, and do it. Choose a word that you think will make your essay or your sentences more interesting to you and also to the people who read. So you can choose an adjective that creates a picture you want to give a reader. And for any noun in your essay, you can always make it a little bit more interesting or give a clearer picture by using an adjective. Okay, so now we have, I like my brown and black dog Brit. She is so silly when she chases her tail. What can we do next to dig deeper? Let's go back to the second part of the story. Why is Brit fun? Well, for example, she's so silly when she chases her tail, and that's fun. How can we create, though, a stronger picture in the reader's mind about fun and silly for the dog Brit? Let's start with fun and silly. How can we create a picture of my feeling of Brit being fun and silly? Now, the reader's feeling is Brit is fun and silly, but the reader has a reaction to show fun. And how does the person who's writing the essay show or feel that Brit is fun? Whenever Brit starts chasing her tail, the writer of the essay, the girl starts to laugh and laugh and laugh. So to explain a little deeper about fun, Brit makes the writer laugh, and that's fun. So she makes me laugh when she chases her tail. And again, notice we didn't have to keep so silly. The most important thing is the image of fun and Brit chasing her tail. So I like my brown and black dog Brit. She makes me laugh when she chases her tail. Let's dig a little deeper. How can we give the reader an even more interesting picture of Brit being fun? Why does she make the writer laugh when Brit chases her tail? Well, for the writer thinks back in her mind about the last time that Brit chased her tail, and there were 4 reasons why Brit looks really silly when she chases her tail. 1, her tail is really, really, really small. It's very, very, very small. And Brit tries so hard. She just doesn't give up. She keeps trying to catch her tail no matter what, even if she can't do it. And she keeps going faster and faster, trying faster and faster, thinking she can get closer and closer to catching her tail, but she can never catch it. Now, those four things they really give a good picture of Brit the dog chasing the tail and why she makes the writer laugh. She makes me laugh when I watch her try to catch her tiny tail. She spins so fast, but she cannot ever grab it. So notice we use some good words here too, besides just adding extra information. We added a situation, watching Brit, and then what do we see? We gave a picture. What picture does the reader watch? Brit trying to catch her tail. Her tail is very, 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 very small. Tiny is a really good word here. Very, 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 very anything. It's not a little bit boring, but tiny gives a good picture of a very small, small tail. She spins so fast, but she cannot ever grab it. So catch is okay too. Grab gives a little more of a different kind of feeling. Grab gives the feeling of we want to get something really hard and we jump for it, or we move very, very quickly to get it in our hands, in this case, as soon as possible. So we've dug really deep here. If you look at the third essay, it got deeper and deeper with more explanation, with more pictures, with more information, with adjectives, with interesting verbs. So step by step, we were able to dig deeper and write a more interesting story. Now, there is no right or wrong way to do it, but deeper, more detail, more adjectives, more interesting words, more pictures usually makes our essay or story more interesting and more easy to understand for the reader. So let's look at what we started off with. First, we started off with a very, very short two-sentence essay. I like my dog. She is fun. Now, we changed it in second step, third step, going back, changing something, reading it again, changing something else, going back to the beginning again, changing something in the beginning, going to the end, changing something in the end. This is called basically editing, and you can edit your story many, many times. The goal is that each time you add more information and detail, the more interesting your story becomes. So let's look. We started off with I like my dog. She is fun. We dug deeper and we ended up with I like my brown and black dog Brit. She makes me laugh so much when I watch her try to catch her tiny tail. She spins so fast, but she cannot ever grab it. Now look at the green words. Those are the words we started out with in the first two sentences. And if you look in the second, we have a lot more words, a lot more details, so many more pictures, so many more adjectives, so many interesting verbs. That I like my dog, she is fun, is okay. Those are good sentences. But I like my dog, I like my brown and black dog, Brit. She makes me laugh so much when I watch her try to catch her tiny tail. She spins so fast, but she can never grab it. Is so much more interesting than the first one. So that's your challenge in writing. If you're writing in your native language, Japanese, if you're writing in your language you're studying, English, it's not so much how good you are in the language, but that's part. There's part of it is how well you can use the language, how many words you know, what vocabulary you have. But the other part is thinking and digging deeper in your native language or in the language you're studying. It's important to think deeply too, and to go back and look at your writing and think again and change it, go back, change it. And you don't have to keep all the words. Is fun was the most was one of the two most important ideas in the original sentences. I like my dog, she's fun. But fun is not in this second reading and writing at all. But what's here, even though the word fun is not there, is the idea, the picture, and the feeling of fun. So good luck with your writing and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, editing again and again and again. And let's dig deeper and make our writing and our stories as interesting as possible. Thank you.